afternoon, everyone. My name is Tatum, and this is Guardian Voice of the Missing weekly podcast. Thank you guys for all being patient. I've had some schedule changes and everything, so I'm unable to do them on Tuesday nights anymore. So I'm going to plan on either Saturday or maybe Fridays doing it, just kind of depending on my schedule and stuff. So thank you all for everyone that is here tonight. I do have several cases to share. Also, thank you to all the families that are out there and loved ones. I please want to remind everyone, please be kind on any comments that you have to say, because we do have loved ones that are out here. For all the loved ones that are out here, please feel free to comment. We are active. I do try to look at comments and stuff and answer any questions that you have. Also, there are other advocates on here that I network with that help answer questions as well. We also will give you the resources to some other pages and stuff that you might not be aware of that are also run by some really good advocates that can help get your guys' cases out there. So here's one advocate right here, Arctic Fox True Crime. Arctic Fox does a lot of stuff on YouTube and stuff. He does YouTube videos covering a lot of cases. You can go out and check him out. He is a great advocate. He does a really great job as well getting information out there. So Arctic Fox is a really good advocate for you to look at. I do share a lot of his posts. He does share on my platform as well. And hi, Arctic Fox. It's really good to see you. I know you've been having a lot of busyness going on with your life. So I'm glad to see that your mom's doing better and everything. So I'm really glad that you're here. Hi, Zach's mom. And yes, I will be covering Zach Carey's case this tonight as well. I think he's right around in the middle, but I do have his case that I am going to cover. So I'm really glad that you're able to make it. Missing Persons Alert Nationwide. Hi, Allison. This too is a really great platform. She has all 50 states have a group, and then several other pages and stuff for you guys to post on and everything. I am an admin for that group as well. Allison and I have been working together for quite a while, so she's another really great advocate. Arctic said you did cover Jared. I am going to cover Jared again tonight for his family. I know they've been trying to get doing some searches and stuff. I'm not for sure if they got another search done for him today, but I am going to cover him. Sharon Parker too is another really great advocate out there that I work with several other advocates. She does admins and mods and all sorts of stuff for different platforms. She is really good about getting cases out there as well. So Sharon is another really great advocate. Not for sure who said hello to me, but hello. Hope that everyone is doing well. I will for all my advocates that are out here on the page that I network with, or will you guys put in the comments for families and stuff, your guys' pages and stuff, so they know those other pages and stuff. I know Sharon tries to do it every week. I know Allison does it. I don't know if Saoirse's here yet, but she does a lot of hashtagging and stuff, which hashtagging, for any of the families that don't know, is a really great way for people to just click on it, and they can pull up any type of information for the most part on your guys' case. So if you're a family member or a loved one that has missed it or whatever, please contact me, message me, and I can get all that information out to you as well. All right. So there's several comments going on, you guys. I am thank you. I think that Zach's family would appreciate any help that they can get out there. And hi, Rachel. So we have a lot of the family for Zach out there and stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. Like, I have a lot of cases. Several of them are older cases. I've done some updates on flyers and stuff. And again, I really want to say thank you, especially to Zach's mom. She's been very patient with me with my new schedule and stuff to get things out on him. But he will be shared across the nation on several platforms and everything. Like I said, the group of people that I work with they're just amazing people. So we will do anything. You guys, anybody can feel free to message me, message Allison, message probably any of the advocates that are out there, um, and we'll help you. So we do try to work together. So the first case I'm going to share is a case that I do share every week for the family. I'm hoping with some of the help, I haven't told the family yet, but I have reached out to some other agencies and stuff to see if maybe we can get Miss Rebecca Demery located. She is missing out of Odessa, Texas on March 1st, 2023. She was 32 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is now 33. 5'5", 190 pounds, brown hair, and hazel eyes. She does wear glasses and has a mole on the left side of her neck. Rebecca always wears this gold necklace that you guys can see down there that's a cross. If anybody would ever come across that necklace, just know that that is a one of a kind. No, it was handmade. Nobody should have that necklace. And both of her ears are pierced. She doesn't wear earrings, though. She does have her tongue pierced, though. She had a history of seizures and had recently had one in the hospital. She has that tattoo of the flower up on her left arm and a heart design on her right arm. She does go by the name Becca. Becca had contacted with her loved ones on a daily basis. The last time she spoke to them was on phone on February 28th, 2023, when she called to see if she could get a ride from the hospital. Her loved ones, however, were out of town and were not able to pick her up. She was seen leaving the hospital with somebody that day. Becca's loved ones text her the next day on March 1st, and there has been no response from her. She has not been seen or heard from since. She was last seen wearing, and you can see in the bottom of that picture, which was caught on a surveillance photo outside a motel. She was wearing that long sleeve gray shirt with plaid hem, black pants, and gray athletic shoes with a white sole. She also was carrying that black and teal backpack that you see. She was last seen at approximately at 3:50 a.m. in southeast Odessa. Foul play is suspected in her case. One thing that I will tell you about Becca is she does not have any connection with any family in Odessa. When I say foul play is suspected, there has been some things that have came up on her case. There is some people of interest in her case. Law enforcement has been very diligent on her case and really want to get her found. So if there's anybody that has any information regarding Becca's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Odessa, Texas Police Department at 432-335-4609. The other thing that I want to share is just recently, there were 4 billboards put up in Texas. There's one in Odessa, Midland, Texas, and I can't remember the other 2. If Mom's on here, if you could put those in the notes where the other ones are. So this too, there is $1,000 reward for information leading to the location of Becca as well. And as you can see on that billboard, Crime Stoppers has the 333 tips for people to call as well. Just so anybody knows, any tips that come in on my podcast, if someone messages you stuff, all that information goes out of to law enforcement. So we do, if you have a tip and you want to be anonymous, that's fine. And we can get that over to law enforcement. And I'm not sure who put this in, but someone's typing, I think it's Allison, is typing up some different stuff and everything. So as you see, there's advocates that are out here that are, putting more information in the comments. So after the podcast and stuff, I definitely encourage family members to go out there and look. And like I said, if there's anything that we can do to help you guys get your information out, that would be great as well. The other platform for anybody that's new on here, I do have an unidentified and unclaimed page. I know we don't like to talk about those could be the outcomes of our loved ones and stuff, but I really think it's a good thing for families to go out there and look at some of the unidentified, just in case, if something is found, you would have that information out there as well. This case I did share last week, but I really wanted to share it again because I haven't seen a whole lot out there, and I know that his family is extremely worried about him. This is Isaac Ains. He's missing out of Seattle, Washington on June 21st of 2023. He's 25 years old, 5'7", 160 pounds, brown hair, and hazel eyes. He has one of his middle fingers is missing due to an amputation. However, when you look down there at that anchor tattoo is still there. He does have multiple tattoos, as you can see. I have all of them, I believe, that I could get pictures of posted up here, and they are also all on his flyer as well. He has tattoos on his arms, back, and chest. He went missing from Seattle, Washington. However, he could be in surrounding areas, including Puyallup, Northgate Mall, and Everett, Washington. If you have any information regarding Isaac's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Seattle, Washington Police Department at 206-684-5582 or the Washington State Police at 800-543-5678. And I know that there had been some leads of him that were getting checked out as well. Oops, wrong one. All right. This next case, I do have two slides. I accidentally popped up the wrong one. This is Mark Charles Brule. He's missing out of Garberville, California on October 2017. He was 32 years old at the time of his disappearance. He is now 39, 5'9" to 6 foot tall, 130 to 170 pounds. He has blonde strawberry hair and blue eyes. He does have a 68-inch scar on his upper right arm and a broken chipped tooth. He does go by the name Burley. It is reported that Mark was last known to be living a transit lifestyle in Garberville. His last contact with loved ones was on phone on October 15th of 2017 and said that he loved them and he would call them back later. A friend had given him a ride to see his daughter, who lived around the area with her mother, around October 18th, 2017. However, for unknown reasons, he did not drive him all the way to the home of his child's mother to see her. It is not known if he had ever made it. He was dropped off at the top of Elk Creek Road and Dyerville Loop Road, where there is a split in the fork of the road, as you can see in that map that I have pictured there. It has also been reported that another friend had traded shoes with Mark and stated that he had dropped him off at Fields Landing, California, with, in the picture that you can see, that 4-foot tall Red Bull cooler, which is about 60 miles of Garberville. This person has changed his story several times about where he dropped him off in either September 2017 or October 2017, and changed the details of what happened then. He had left all of his belongings behind. He has not been seen or heard from since. There is a possibility that he was last in Bloxburg, California area, which is 28 miles from Garberville, California, up in the mountain area of October 18th of 2017. He was well known in the Garberville area. There are multiple rumors surrounding his disappearance. Foul play is suspected in his case. If you have any information regarding Mark's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Humboldt County, California Sheriff's Office at 707-445-7251. Around the whole Humboldt area and stuff, they have multiple missing people. So I did this, another picture of Mark, but also to blow up that picture of where the one friend had said that they had dropped him off. So in Mark's case, we don't really have a defined date that he actually went missing, because there's been multiple stories about who saw him and took him here or there. And like I said, there are a lot of rumors that are going around. Not really sure if which ones are true or which ones are not. The fact that his friend had taken him and didn't take him all the way up to see his daughter, we still do not know why. But just definitely trying to get that information. I do cover a lot of cases out of Humboldt County, California, and the surrounding areas. This also is around the area of Murder Mountain, which is out in California. There is a documentary series about Murder Mountain, where a lot of people have traveled to get work in the marijuana farms and stuff up there. So there's a lot of people that travel there. Um, and I can only imagine how many people are out there that are missing that you may not know that your loved one is out there missing, or someone may not even know that they're missing from out in that area. So that is definitely an area that I do try to cover a lot. I'm working with a lot of the families and stuff out there as well. So if you guys have any information, please contact the Humboldt Police. This next case is a case that I will continue to cover every week until we get Dana Jane Bruce located. She is missing out of Sedalia, Missouri on October 4th, 2008. She was 23 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is 38 years old. 5'2", 98 pounds, brown hair, and she had green hazel eyes. She is blind in her left eye, and she did have red highlights in her hair at the time. Her hair was also shoulder length and wavy with bangs. She does have both of her ears pierced. She has a 2-inch scar along her lower spine and a staple scar on her right shoulder. She has a tattoo on her upper left arm of a teddy bear with wings, as you can see pictured there with a banner with the name Dylan. She was last seen wearing a black shirt with the word Rebel on the front in silver lettering and blue jeans, leaving her children's babysitter's home, where she had left them earlier that day so she could go out to the anniversary party of Malone's Bar on Main Street. She was accompanied with a younger man, and they had came back to the babysitter's home between 11:30 and midnight. However, when police identified that young man that they had seen that night, he had traveled back to Atlanta, Georgia. He was a contractor in that area at the time. When police questioned him after he had been arrested on unrelated charges, he said that they had parted ways and he had never seen them again. He has never been named public, but his name is out there. She had left behind all of her belongings, doesn't have a bank account, credit cards, phone, or vehicle. It is unknown if she had her ID on her at the time. She was known to be a devoted mother and would never leave or abandon her children. She had actually, in fact, just signed a lease for a new place for her and her children. Foul play is suspected in her case. I will tell you that Dana did return back to the bar. There is proof that she returned back to the bar, and she left with 2 male individuals that are in the Sedalia area, and also that they had went to a town not too far away in Tipton, where it was like an after party at a home. In that home, there is a witness that and witnesses that have said that she was shot up with drugs and she dropped to the floor. And what they did after that is they had removed her body from that, and everybody's keeping it quiet from that. But there are witnesses out there that have made reports to law enforcement. I will tell you that the people that are involved in her case are very close to home to her and are well known. I know that a lot of the information, there's a white F-150 truck that is involved. There's also 2 red F-250 trucks that are involved and stuff. And like I said, with her case, there's more information coming out. I do believe at some point Dana will be found. I really, truly believe that there a lot of stuff that is going on in her case that she will be found. As you can see on there, there is a reward that is being offered for anybody that has any information that can lead to the whereabouts of where she is. If you have any information regarding Dana's disappearance or know her whereabouts, please call the Sedalia, Missouri Police Department at 660-826-8100. Like I said on her case, I will continue to share her case until she is found. Her children deserve to know an answer. I do not know why these individuals think that they can continue to be able to look at her children, see her children, and not want to come forward with what happened to her. If it was an accident, there's tons of cases out there where people overdose and then people freak out and they leave them or they move their bodies. If that happens and you're watching this, if that happens, just call the police. Call the police. You can call anonymous and say, I was at this party and this is what happened. But once you start moving bodies around and stuff, that becomes criminal. If she was shot up with drugs at that time, which is what the report is that she was intentionally possibly killed, that's a whole nother story. But there's at least 7 individuals in the Sedalia area that know what happened that night to and are involved in her disappearance. It is time, and out of that 7 people, there are people in that group that are talking. And I want them to know that they're talking, because I do know that they watch my podcast, and I'm letting you know that people in your group are talking. So the best chance that anybody has on this is to come forward and say, where is Dana? At least do it for her children to bring her home. What happens after that, that's what family wants, is they just want to have her located. After that, whatever happens is whatever happens. If it was an accident, you guys can try to work it out or whatever. But at this point, it'll be 16 years in October since Dana has been missing. Her children deserve to know what happened to their mom and know where their mother is. So I'm hoping that someone will come forward. Like I said, there is a reward for any information that leads to her whereabouts. So I'm hoping that with that reward, someone will come forward. This next case is Andrea Jerry White. She is missing out of Humboldt, California on July 31st of 1991. She was 22 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is 55 years old, 5 foot tall, 115 pounds, brown hair, and brown eyes. For anybody that has joined my podcast and they see the red handprint, that is signifying this is an Indigenous case. All my flyers with anybody that is an Indigenous will have that red handprint on there. She does have a 5-inch scar on the left side of her temple. She does go by the name Chick. Chick was last seen wearing a black leather jacket, white shirt, Levi jeans, and possibly sneakers. She was carrying a black and white duffel bag with a purple skirt, black sweater, black spandex tights with lace at the ankle, and black satin pumps. It is not known if she had her ID. She did not have a purse at the time. She was last seen at Blue Lake, California at 1:30 p.m. on July 31st, 1991. She had been to a court hearing in Eureka, California, and she was hitchhiking back to Hoopa, California, where she was living. She was last seen on the highway 299 just east of Blue Lake exit. It is not confirmed, but she may have gotten a ride in a green and white 4-door Chevy Impala that had snow/mud tires on it. If you have any information regarding Andrea's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Humboldt County, California Sheriff's Department at 707-445-7439 or 707-445-7251. There is a $10,000 reward for any information that leads to the whereabouts of Andrea Chick White. And I do believe that somebody out there does know what is going on with that. I'm just going to look at this. I did see that case where there's over 1,000 missing in Ohio. And I know there's like 100 missing kids, I thought was in Ohio as well. I just saw that today. Hi to everybody that has joined. I'll try to look at comments when I can. All right, this next case is Brenda Sue Sicca. She is missing out of Huntsville, Alabama on July 1st, 2017. She's 43 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is now 50. 5 foot tall, 100 pounds, black hair, and brown eyes. Her hair was long at the time with bangs, and she does have her ears pierced. She does suffer from severe anxiety and depression. She has multiple tattoos. She has a panther on the outer left thigh, a female on her outer right thigh, a moon on her left shoulder, a sun on her right shoulder, and a cross on the back of her neck, which you can kind of see those photos. Brenda is a veteran and had almost completed her master's degree. However, she had been struggling with depression and substance abuse. She had moved to Florida, to Huntsville, Alabama, working on making changes in her life. She had been working as a bartender and had been in a relationship with a married man named Jim. It is reported that she suddenly moved out of her apartment at the Overlook on Sparkman Drive in July, which was reportedly paid by Jim. There is no proof of anyone helping her move, despite she had large, heavy furniture. And when I say she had large, heavy furniture, like one that would take, 4 to 5 guys, strong guys to move it out. Her family started getting emails from her saying that she was in Wyoming and was looking forward to seeing them in January. However, the email address is unknown to anybody and has never been proven that she was in Wyoming. Her dog, who had cancer that you can see pictured there, is missing as well. It is unknown what she was wearing at the time of her disappearance. However, she usually wears jeans or rock band logos like Metallica or Iron Maiden. If you have any information regarding Brenda's disappearance or know her whereabouts, please call the Huntsville, Alabama Police Department at 256-427-5476. There is a $10,000 reward on her case for anybody that has information that leads to her whereabouts. That is one thing with rewards. I know a lot of families have talked to me about doing rewards. I always tell people, you just never know. I've seen $1,000 reward get you great information, and I've also seen people put out $250,000 rewards and get nothing. So, but you definitely need to make stipulations on those rewards. You know, a lot of them are, it has to lead to the whereabouts of that person. So just be careful when you put out rewards. What those, statement is. I always tell people it's got to be, we have to be able to locate them. But I don't know. Some people do 500, some do 1,000. As you can see, 10,000, 25,000. There is a reward for a guy out of Nebraska that is 250,000. And my understanding is they have not gotten any information. But it just kind of depends. You just never know who may have information and who is willing to share it. So sometimes they work, sometimes they don't. That's my personal opinion. It's just what I've seen. This next case I shared last week, but I wanted to share it again for the family. This is Jared Michael McCaw. He is missing out of Salem, Illinois on November 5th, 2023. He's 33 years old, 5'9", 170 pounds, blonde strawberry hair, and blue eyes. He has multiple tattoos on his arms that you can see, chest, and his wrist. He was wearing a dog tag necklace that had fingerprints of his brother and a friend. He was last reported wearing that brown Carhartt jacket that you see, faded blue jeans, a light blue shirt, dark blue Skechers shoes, leaving his home in Marion, Louisiana, driving his white GMC that is pictured there, Sierra 4-door truck with the Louisiana plates, C838681, and he was heading to visit loved ones in Salem, Illinois. He had both of his dogs that you can see pictured there with him. It is reported that he was last seen at 8:30 a.m. in Carmi, Illinois at Huck's gas station, and previously had been seen at 1:30 a.m. in Salem, Illinois, and in Central City, Illinois at 5:30 a.m. at a Phillips 66 gas station on camera on November 5th, 2023. His truck was located on November 6, 2023 in a remote location across the Illinois-Indiana border near Versailles, Indiana, and the Washburn River in the on position, and it appeared that it had just run out of gas by being on, with the driver's side doors open. Personal items and his 2 dogs were inside. His phone last pinged in St. Francisville, Illinois, around 11 a.m. on November 5th. It is reported that he was supposed to meet up with his ex to have a visit with his child. His phone, wallet, and vape have not been recovered. He has had no phone or bank activity. He has not been seen or heard from since. There is a reward that is being offered in his case as well, and foul play is suspected. If you have any information regarding Jared's disappearance or know his whereabouts, please call the Knox County, Indiana Sheriff's Office at 812-882-7660. And like I said, I thought I saw on his page that they were planning on doing another search for him as well. That's the other thing. Several of these cases do have their families, or they've had someone set up a page. I do think it could be a good idea for families to set up pages. Just be careful on the people that may be contacting you. We have talked several times about if people may contact you and try to scam you, say they have your loved one. My biggest thing is they got to give you proof of life. And I mean real proof of life, not just a picture. I had a family that I was working and helping out with a case that they said, oh, we have her, you know, whatever. They sent me a picture that had been out on the internet of her, and they had like cropped it, and it was a terrible crop. But I really want to warn families and let you know that people will say very horrible things to you, sometimes trying to scam you, or some people just, I don't know, they just do it because I guess they get the thrill out of you know being horrible people. But if you're getting those type of things, you can contact the FBI. It's IC3, I believe, .org. With the FBI, you can file a report. But anytime you have anybody that contacts you, says they have information or they have your loved one or anything, immediately contact the police department that is handling your case. But I also, like, if it's anything over the internet or anything like that, I would definitely be contacting the FBI as well, because they do have a section that handles those things. And if you guys have any questions, feel free to contact me. It is out on the Guardian website under the resources folder as well. This next case I haven't shared in a while, but this is Alex Michael Crunk. He is missing out of Milwaukee, Wisconsin on July 20th, 2020. He was 33 years old at the time of his disappearance. He is now 37, 6 foot tall, 175 pounds, black hair, and brown eyes. He does have a scar on his stomach. Like I said, he goes by the name Alex. He struggles with mental health issues and had some delusions that had been increasing over time. He went missing around July 20th, 2020, and had been staying at a residence in the 1900 block of West Finn Place in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Associates stated that he wanted to move to Mexico. He has no passport or financial resources to move out of the state or the country. His driver's license has been found. There has been no proof that he got on a plane, train, or a bus ticket, or that he has crossed into Mexico. They did say that he had dated a Hispanic woman who spoke little English, but she has never been found or come forward since his disappearance. Alex had lived in Wisconsin pretty much his entire life and is not known to really travel. There's been no evidence that he has left Milwaukee or the country. Foul play is suspected in his case. If you have any information regarding Alex's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Milwaukee, Wisconsin Police Department, District 1 at 414-933-4444. Alex's case definitely has a lot of twists and turns in it. There has been some development on his case that I'm hoping will come forward. Okay. Sorry, I was just checking the comments real quick. All right. This next case is Carol Lynn Roberts. She's been missing from Sanford, Florida on August 15th, 1976. She was 18 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is now 65. 5'4", 128 pounds, brown hair, and blue eyes. She does wear wired-frame glasses and contacts. She has a scar on her neck, approximately 3 inches long, and a blue-colored dot on her right forearm. She was last seen leaving her home in Sanford, Florida on August 15, 1976, in the 90 block of Master Cove with a male, which reported to be named Wayne, her boyfriend at the time. It is said that they were going on a cross-country trip to California, traveling in her yellow 1977 Chevy Corvette. Wayne was pulled over 6 days later for a traffic citation in Blythe, California, but it was not known if Carol was with him. When the police questioned him, he said that they had gotten into an argument in either Red Bluff or Red Rock, Arizona, where she exited the car with her bags. It is said that she got into an 18-wheeler truck that was possibly occupied by 1 to 2 males, and they were last seen traveling east from the rest area in Arizona. Her car was returned to her family by Wayne and then returned to the finance company. It is reported that Wayne has refused to cooperate with the investigation. He has not provided them any more information. She has not been seen or heard from again. There have been various leads, including unidentified remains from missing persons databases that have been investigated with negative results. If you have any information regarding Carol's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call Sanford, Florida Police Department at 407-685-5070. That is an age progression photo of her. You can also call Central Florida Crime Line at 800-423-8477. All right, this next case, I know a lot of you guys are on tonight for me to cover. Zachary Carey. He is missing out of Warwick City, Indiana on May 30th, 2023. He is 38 years old. 5'5", 250 to 280 pounds, brown hair, and green eyes. He does have a receding hairline, and his hair could be long or he could have it shaven. He does wear prescription glasses. However, he may have sunglasses or safety glasses on, as you can see in some of those pictures that have his glasses on there with. He had a right ear injury, and it's slightly smaller and closer to his head than his left ear would be. He may have a beard or a mustache or both. He has multiple tattoos, and I do have another slide that's going to show his tattoos up more close and everything. He has on his forearm, he has a sleeve, Laura on his neck in cursive, 51 on his left calf, 50 on his right calf, a rose on the upper right arm, above the forearm sleeve, an upper left arm tattoo with a rose and ribbons with the name Jacqueline and the dates 9-82 and April 12-07 inside his left upper arm. Vigilante Justice in cursive and suicidal soldier on his back shoulder blades in Old English lettering. Zach may go by the name Zach, Ziggy, Zip Tie, Crazy Carey, Crazy 8, Marvin, Oliver Steele, or Superman. He has been diagnosed with schizophrenia, PTSD, bipolar, hypoglycemia, which is low blood sugar, and sleep apnea without his CPAP machine. It is believed he is without his medication and has not refilled his medication since his disappearance. And I thought this was really great to put on the flyer as well, for families to be checking, like, bank accounts. If they have prescriptions, have those prescriptions been refilled? So I really thought that was great information to put out there as well. Zachary is very resourceful and has many skills such as metalwork, welding, farmhand, construction, factory, and fast food. He does like to work with his hands in physically demanding jobs. He does enjoy the outdoors and survivalist activities. He can find ways to survive in the wilderness. He could be walking around the railroad tracks, rivers, and creeks looking for rocks or crystals, etc. He does enjoy listening to music and listening on headphones. However, his phone was located in Linville. There is concern for his safety and his well-being. Zach was last seen off of Highway 68 near Welcome to Linville sign, wearing a black zip-up jacket with white letterings on the back, Lincoln Tech Welding. You can see the picture there. Blue jeans, brown steel-toe boots, the silver chain necklaces. He could be in Vanderburg, Dell area, or Lincoln State Park. If you have any information regarding Zachary's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call Warwick City, Indiana Sheriff's Office at 812-897-1200 or the Indiana State Police at 812-867-2079 or the Indiana State Clearinghouse for the Missing 800-831-8953. And I am going to pull up his tattoos for you guys all to see as well. So you guys can kind of see that English lettering on his back, the picture with the ribbon that goes around with the name Jacqueline and the dates. The headphones I thought were important. That could be a really big identifiable piece. Lore that is tattooed there on his neck along with the rose and stuff, and then some of his sleeve on his arm. So if anybody has any information, if the family wants to put his page up, if there's any families out here that you have a family page or a page for your missing loved one, go ahead and put those in the comments for people to see as well. I always encourage people to go out and join those. I try to join all of them that I can, just to give support. Also, here, if there's any families here that want to share support for the other loved ones that are out here, I encourage you guys to do that stuff. One thing I'll say about, the families that are here that have been here for quite a while, this is a great platform to get some really good support from other families that are going through the same thing. It's okay, Ellen. I don't know if you missed your niece or not. I've already covered Dana. Perfect example, Ellen. She not only shares her niece's case, she shares every missing person's case, unidentified cases. She is just a really great advocate for the missing. And she's been dealing with a missing loved one for, close to 16 years, but she shares other cases. And there's tons of other families on here too that share all of your guys' cases on top of, what the advocates are doing. So if you guys ever need anything, please reach out. Sometimes I'm busy and I can't answer, but I know a lot of these advocates will, stop what they're doing and, try to help you guys out any way we can. Sometimes I just listen. I have families contact me that just want someone to listen. Sometimes we don't really talk about anything. It's just we kind of talk about anything and everything just to brighten a day or, just help you guys get through this. So never feel like you're alone. I know a lot of families do feel alone, but I want you, to welcome you into the Guardian Voice of the Missing family, as well as Missing Persons Alert family and all the other advocates that I network with or that are out there. We are one big family. And, we, want to send you guys our love, our support, anything that we can do for you guys. Never feel like you're alone. If you're having those moments, reach out, send a message, something. Someone will reach back out to you guys. Like I said, my phone rings all the time, day and night, and that's okay. That's what I'm here for. So never feel like you're alone. That's what we're here for. And we want to do anything and everything. If you have updates and you want your flyers updated or there's updated information, you guys can post in the group. I'm the only one that could post in the page, but I want you guys to know anything you post over the group, I'm flipping over to the page. So if there's updates that need to be made, feel free to contact me. If you have more pictures or anything, I do change up flyers. Or you want to share your missing loved one, you can share them out there on the platforms all the time. So just know that we're here to support you guys as much as we can. This next case is Chelsea Dawn Israel. She's missing out of Garberville, California on February 25th of 2018. She's 27 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is now 33. 5'8", 180 pounds, blonde hair and strawberry hair, blue eyes. She may wear glasses. She does have her ears pierced and a tattoo of Peyton on her right ankle. She was last seen wearing a black coat, blue jeans, and a beanie hat, brown sneakers, earrings, a gold bracelet with stones, and carrying a black purse at her home and on Redwood Drive in Garberville, California on February 25th, 2018. She had left on foot about 10 a.m. and 11 a.m., reporting going to visit her children. She has never been seen or heard from since. If you have any information regarding Chelsea's disappearance or her whereabouts, please call the Humboldt County, California Sheriff's Office at 707-445-7251. This next case is Christopher James Hoy. I just updated his flyer again. He's missing out of Dixon, Missouri on May 19th of 2022. He was 33 years old at the time of his disappearance. He is 35 now, 5'6", 180 pounds, brown hair and hazel eyes. He had shaggy brown hair at the time. that was around about 3 to 5 inches long and thinning in spot. He does have a high forehead. He had a thick brown full beard and mustache and hazel eyes. He does wear glasses with thick lenses. He does have a lower teeth retainer. He has a scar above his left eyebrow, a scar on his right knee, and scars on both of his forearms, hands, and knuckles. He does go by the name Chris. Chris was last seen leaving his home driving his truck. He was wearing a dark blue, gray, or black gym shorts, light colored t-shirt, and a black ball cap, black sneakers, and a white calf-length socks. He did have his wedding ring on as well. He did leave behind his wallet and a cell phone. Chris's truck was later found on the Cascoto River, not far from his home. There have been searches in that area. However, he has not been located. There have been reports that he has been seen twice in Lebanon and once in Festus, both in Missouri. However, this has not been confirmed. If you have any information regarding Christopher's disappearance or know his whereabouts, please call the Pulaski County, Missouri Sheriff's Department at 573-774-4701. I will let you guys know that his case was covered in the documentary series of Disappeared. It does have a lot more information out there. There is concern if foul play could be involved in this case. He did have a disagreement with one of the neighbors. So they're really not for sure. But they did find his truck. Like I said, none of these places have been confirmed that he was actually seen there or not. There was reports that maybe he walked to town, but it doesn't really show that way. So not really sure. I'm not for sure why you are not seeing the comments. You might have to wait until after the podcast. Hi, Troy. I will have your daughter on tonight as well. I hope you are doing good. I haven't had a chance to reach out to you again, Troy. But yeah, Gina, I don't know why you're not seeing other comments. I don't always see all of them either, but it probably depends on where you're watching from. So Allison is watching me on YouTube. I do have a YouTube channel as well. It's not, I think it's under Guardian. It might be under Tatum Gray. But I do have it posted up where you guys can get on it. And so I think between YouTube and Facebook, I don't know if they communicate well. And then sometimes if you're in the group, you may not see them all. So you might have to wait until after the podcast to see all of the comments. But just let me know, Gina, if I need to send you something or try to copy over stuff for you as well. All right. This next case is a case from 1981. This is James W. Rogers missing out of Hanson, Massachusetts on October 18th, 1981. He was 14 years old at the time of his disappearance. He is now 57, 5'2" to 5'3", 110 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. He does have a 1-inch chickenpox scar under his right eye and a cleft in his chin. He does not have a pectoral muscle on his right side of his chest. His upper front teeth are large and spaced apart. His nickname was Jimmy, and he speaks with a New England accent. He was last seen wearing a brown leather jacket, tan pants, and blue sneakers. His friend, James, had called a friend on October 18th, 1981, and had said that he was going to hitchhike from his house in the 10 block of Lakeside Road in Hanson to a friend's house in Halifax, Massachusetts, which was about 10 miles south of Hanson, Massachusetts. There's no evidence that he was picked up. He may have walked through a nearby cranberry bogs. He has never arrived at his friend's home and has never been seen or heard from again. Authorities believe that he left on his own accord. However, that foul play is considered in his case. He was a newspaper carrier at the time of his disappearance. If you have any information regarding James' disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Hanson, Massachusetts Police Department at 781 293 4625. And his case is a really, really old case. And I'm hoping that somebody out there may have information on his case. Give me one moment. I am trying to pull up something real quick. Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. I had to pull something up real quick. All right. This next case I have shared several times. David Michael Bowers, aka DJ Debo. There is a reward of $1,000 for information leading to David's safe return. So he's missing out of Afton, Missouri on September 12th, 2021. He was 18 years old at the time of his disappearance. He is now 21. 5'10", 128 pounds, brown hair and brown eyes. He did have dreads with blonde green tints in it that you can kind of see in some of his pictures. He has tattoos on his hand of an eye image on his right thumb, tattoo of Bart Simpson, a flower, and other designs on his left arm. David was last seen wearing a white and black hoodie, jeans, and white tennis shoes. It is reported that he was at a party at the Swinging Bridges at around 1 p.m. He had went with two males to St. Louis, and along the way, they had picked up a female. They had stopped in Afton, Missouri to get another female's house and headed downtown to St. Louis, Missouri. There is video of them walking by the arch and a picture taken by one of the individuals of DJ and the other three individuals in a parking garage, which none were aware of this photo being taken. It had been randomly just sent to somebody. During their drive back to Afton, the car ran out of gas at the Family Dollar store, which one of the females stated that she would just walk home because she lives close by. The police came to the car and DJ took off and the other three were questioned, but there has been no reports of DJ being there. It is reported that these individuals had looked for DJ for 2 days but couldn't locate him. DJ had court date on September 15th of 2021 but never appeared and now has a warrant for a failure to appear. Family has learned that the individual that took him to St. Louis is saying that he was DJ's half-brother, but the family does not know this individual and have found out that he is a registered sex offender and has been in jail several times. He is at least 6 years older than DJ. There have been reports that DJ has been seen in Campbellton, Osage Beach, and Gavler's Mill areas, but that has never been confirmed. David has never went without letting someone know that he is okay. There has been no activity on his social media. One of the males who was with him has changed their story and has not been honest or cooperative. Foul play is suspected in DJ's case. If you have any information regarding DJ's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call the Miller County, Missouri Sheriff's Office at 573-369-2341. This next case is Larry Ford Tabb, missing out of Atoka, Tennessee, November 23rd of 2000. He was 49 years old at the time of his disappearance. He is now 72. 5'6" to 5'8", 140 to 155 pounds, sandy brown hair that was shoulder length, and he did have a beard. He does have brown eyes. He previously had his jaw fractured multiple times, which did require wiring. He has had multiple prior fractures to his fingers and lower arms. There has been possible evidence of a gunshot wound. He does have scars on his lower right arm. He has suffered from advanced temporomandibular joint dysfunction, which causes pains in the joints and muscles in his jaw. He's known to usually wear a t-shirt with a flannel overshirt and a mid-high top tennis shoes. He had lived with his mother and had told his mother that he was moving to Paragould, Arkansas. Friends reported that he did arrive in Paragould, but he was picked up by two friends from Memphis, Tennessee, and was never heard or seen from again. When the friends were questioned by law enforcement, they said they had dropped him off and had not seen him afterwards. He did have a pay-by-month Cricket cell phone that it only worked in the Memphis area. Larry was unemployed at the time of his disappearance, and he didn't have a vehicle and usually walked, hitchhiked, or got rides from friends. His driver's license had been suspended, but did have a Tennessee state ID. He had recently received a car accident settlement from insurance and may have had the check on him at the time of his disappearance. Foul play is suspected in his case. If you have any information regarding Larry's disappearance or know his whereabouts, please call Shelby County, Tennessee Sheriff's Office at 901-222-5500. This next case is an older case. This is Morgan Chantel Nick. She is missing out of Alma, Arkansas on June 9th, 1995. She was 6 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is now 35. She was 4 foot tall, 55 pounds when she went missing, blonde hair and blue eyes. She has 5 visible silver caps on her molars, and they were supposed to be removed in 2000. Her teeth were crowned when she went missing, and she would need braces as an adolescent. She does have a purple vein that protrudes on her lower left side of her rib cage. Morgan was last seen wearing a green Girl Scout t-shirt, a blue denim shorts, and white sneakers at 10:45 p.m. when she was standing by her mother's Nissan Stanza that was in the baseball field parking lot, dumping sand out of her shoes. She was attending a Little League baseball game with her mother in Alma, Arkansas. Prior to Morgan playing with her friends, chasing lightning bugs near the baseball field, witness had noticed that an unidentified Caucasian man was watching Morgan on the field. It is claimed that the man approached the group who were playing with Morgan and asked them questions. That conversation has never been released by law enforcement. The unidentified male is described as being between the ages of 23 and 38 years old, 6 foot tall, and 180 pounds. He had salt pepper colored hair, which was combed back and maybe curly. He had a mustache that could have been a few days worth growth, and his chest was hairy. He was wearing blue jean shorts, no shirt or shoes. He spoke with a hillbilly accent. He may have been driving a red Ford pickup with a white camper shell with curtains in the window. The truck had a dual paint job due to the age and short wheelbase and possibly damage to the rear end. The camper appeared to be shorter than the truck, which you can kind of see in the photos. These were the best photos that I have found so far. Prior to Morgan's disappearance, there were 2 other attempted abductions in the general area of June 9th and 10th, with a suspect resembling Morgan's abductor. In 2021, Billy Jack Links was named the primary suspect of person of interest in Morgan's case. However, he did die in prison in 2000. That is a picture of him. If you have any information regarding the disappearance or know the whereabouts, please call the Alma, Arkansas Police Department at 479-632-3333. As you guys can see, and I don't know how many people know about this, but the playing card that you have, the number 7. So a lot of the prisons have made playing decks, and these are only allowed in the prison systems. I don't know that every state has them. I know some states have several decks, but they are using and making these playing cards that have missing person cases on the cards. They also have like unsolved homicides, in different crimes. I believe it's just missing persons and unsolved homicides. I think this is an excellent idea that they are using these playing cards, making these playing cards with cases in different states. So you can see Arkansas has them. I believe Kansas has them. I think Texas, maybe Colorado. I believe they're doing it all over. But like I said, some of the states have more than one deck. These are the only playing cards that are allowed. And it is in hopes that people that get locked up may have information or find out information while they're locked up that can help solve some of these cases. And there have been incidents that they have gotten information from someone that has helped solve a case. So I don't know if a lot of people know about them, but you can look them up, playing cards for missing. But her case actually had one, which I thought was kind of neat. I think that it'd be great if they would do them for like a lot of missing persons cases and stuff like that. But those cases are out there as well. So I thought I would let you guys know about that. Someone said Morgan Nick is missing from my area, the next city ever. Yeah, she's been gone a long, long time. And her case, I mean, there's other cases out there where their prime suspect or whatever has, either committed suicide or they passed away. And I just feel it's so sad for the families that are out there. This next case is Freddie Lewis Whitmore. He's missing out of Stanton, Tennessee on June 19th of 2005. 73 years old at the time of his disappearance. He's now 92, 6 foot to 6'2", 190 to 200 pounds, gray hair and hazel eyes. He does wear glasses for reading only. He has a scar on his upper lip and his right elbow. He has a large dark mole in his hair and numerous dark skin tag moles. He does suffer from dementia and other medical conditions. He was last seen wearing a white short sleeve button down shirt, black pants, socks with ripped tops, red or beige cap with ducks on it, gray Velcro athletic shoes, and a black belt with a silver buckle. He had a walking cane, billfold, and a pocket watch, Elgrin watch face with a United States Post Office box key attached to it, and 2 medicine bottles. He resides on Cherry Street in Stanton, Tennessee, and was last seen between 6 and 7:30 a.m. standing alongside the road in the vicinity of Charleston Road and Highway 179, about a mile from his home. He had left a note to his wife that he was going to walk the dog. His dog returned home after a few hours. Authorities believe that he might have got a ride out of the area and met foul play. He is described as a kind and trusting individual. If you have any information regarding Freddie's disappearance or you know his whereabouts, please call Haywood County, Kentucky Sheriff's Department at 731-772-6158. This next case I've been covering is Caitlin Woolery. She's missing out of Uniontown, Pennsylvania on November 23rd, 2023. She's 17 years old, 5'3", 115 pounds, brown hair and hazel eyes. That picture of her is the way her hair looked at the time of her disappearance. She does have her nose and ears pierced. She was wearing that beaded necklace that had the name Blake on it and a cross necklace that you see there. She may go by Bug or Little Bit. She was last seen wearing a black hoodie, Crocs, and jeans around 1:30 p.m. on November 23rd. When she went for a walk around the block in the area of Oaklawn Avenue and Uniontown High School in Uniontown, Pennsylvania on November 23rd, 2023. She had her cell phone with her and it had last pinged about 10 blocks away by the Potter's Barn around 11:15 on November 26th of 2023. Since then, it has been shut off or unable to ping that location. She has not had activity on social media and has not been in contact with friends or loved ones, which is out of character for her. Loved ones are concerned for her safety and her well-being. If you have any information regarding Caitlin's disappearance or know her whereabouts, please call 911 or the Uniontown, Pennsylvania Police Department at 724-430-2929. And I'm hoping that somewhere out there, somebody knows something and we will get her home. This is the last case that I do have for the night. This is Nugent Thao Wiki Hung. She is missing out of Linwood, Washington on May 9th, 1991. She was 19 years old at the time of her disappearance. She is now 52. 5'1", 110 to 115 pounds, black hair and brown eyes. She does have a mole on her upper lip. She does go by the name Wiki. Police had made a timeline that she had left her home about 6:30 a.m., which was normal for her, and then her boyfriend had picked her up at the Aurora Village bus stop at 7 a.m. He then dropped her off at the college campus at 7:15 a.m., and witnesses said they saw her go into her math class at 7:30 a.m. There was a $20 withdrawal from her bank account at the college at 8:30. She never made it to work later that day and has never come home. The boyfriend at the time was 12 years older and married. He had given a statement that Wiki had told him that she had been assaulted on multiple occasions by different people. However, when the police tried to find the individuals of those cases, there were no records of those individuals existent or case reports, either with law enforcement or hospitals, that this has occurred. The day that she disappeared, he also called the family home, which was out of the ordinary. She had a letter later to a friend's prior to her going missing that he had left his wife. However, it is proven that at that time he was still married. There have been possible sightings since her disappearance. However, none of those have been proven to be her. There was a credit application that had been filled out around the time of her disappearance. However, it was not confirmed when it was filled out. If you have any information regarding Wiki's disappearance or you know her whereabouts, please call the Linwood, Washington Police Department at 425-670-5600. And again, out there, I'm sure there is somebody that has information about her disappearance. And I know it has been a long time, that her family's been waiting. You're very welcome, Troy. I know this is really hard with you, with your daughter missing, and we'll try to keep her out there for you guys. Like I said, you guys, I won't be doing the podcast on Tuesday nights. It'll probably either be sometime around this time on Saturdays, maybe early morning Saturdays, somewhere in between there, but I'll definitely have it posted for you guys. If there's any cases out there that you would like me to cover, please let me know. If there's any update on any of the cases, let me know. I will get flyers posted. I just saw that I'm restricted again on Facebook for 20 hours. I have no idea what for. So I'm happy to know at least the podcast got out today. It seems like here and there, but I did get a warning that I have 20-hour restriction. I don't know why. But I hope you guys are all well. Like I said, if you guys need anything, please reach out. Thank you to all the families that have shared the stories of their loved ones. We'll continue to get them around and out. Thank you to all the advocates out there. You guys are doing amazing jobs with these cases and everything. I want to thank law enforcement and any private investigators that are working on cases. And that's it for tonight. I hope you guys have a great week and stay safe.